Alright, so that really wasn't a good picture of my face, but you know, who cares? And you always see me do this a lot in my hands, like on a race, it's just because they're dry, and I'm just like, it bothers me. I need lotion, but my lotion is at Noah's mom's house, because like I cleaned our whole apartment, and it's not messy like when you guys seen it before. And I wash dishes, and so needless to say, I am tired. I did take breaks in between though, don't worry. So TMI pregnancy symptoms. This video, I was asked to do this video by somebody, so I'm going to do it. I would say yes, I have had some TMI pregnancy symptoms, especially in early pregnancy, but they've seemed to come back in later pregnancy. Like like gas, and just I had really bad pregnancy gas, okay? Like early in pregnancy, it was really bad. Really, really bad. Like every time I would eat, I would have gas, and it wasn't very pleasant smelling. It was bad. I felt so bad for Noah. In early pregnancy, I also had diarrhea every time I ate Taco Bell. Heaven did not. I craved Taco Bell, but she did not like it. Okay, like every time I ate it, it gave me diarrhea. Like I would just feel these stomach pains and have to go to the bathroom. Like immediately, like there was no waiting. I didn't know I was pregnant then though, funny story. I just thought maybe I had a stomach virus or something. Because, I mean, I would get diarrhea from other foods too, but I craved these foods. So like, everything I craved in early pregnancy made me sick. And everything that I used to love to eat didn't give me diarrhea, but it made me sick. It made me want to vomit. So, if you don't know how I found out I was pregnant, I had went to see my mom for her birthday, because I live in Tennessee, she lives in Alabama, and during the drive, we stopped at Burger King, and I got a chicken nugget meal. And if you know me, you know I love chicken. If you know me personally. And I couldn't eat the chicken. So I was like, okay, this is a little odd. This is a little odd. Okay? Now, and I also noticed I was more bloated than usual, but because I was born early, I have problems with constipation. So, and my seizure medicine also makes me constipated on top of me already having issues. So I was like, okay, a little odd, but yeah, so I went home, took a pregnancy test. Sure enough, I was pregnant. And you might want to view this when I'm done, because like I'm all over the place in these videos. But anyway, back to the pregnancy symptoms. I think pregnancy gas, diarrhea, and like food aversion, and almost throwing up, and almost throwing up. But there was one time there was a couple times. I really didn't have morning sickness or anything like that. But there was like a few times where, like, towards the end of the first trimester where I started getting sick. So Noah went out and bought me a bucket from Walmart, and I would throw up in that, obviously. But there was one time where I couldn't make it to the bucket, but I was trying to, and I threw up on Noah. Poor Noah. It was just really gross. But that's pretty much it as far as TMI pregnancy symptoms goes. Now on to my cerebral palsy update. My cerebral palsy is pretty much the same as it always has been. You know, I have occasional back pain, occasional leg pain, and I have a lot of knee pain. But I have a lot of knee pain because I need surgery, because I have a torn meniscus and some ligaments in my left leg, sorry. So I need surgery, so that's why it's really, really bad. But I would say that the more weight that I put on and the more weight that Heaven puts on, the worse that my back pain gets. But as far as my leg pain, it's pretty much the same as it has always been. Except for I can't stand in the shower. I have to sit. I had to buy a shower chair off Amazon, and I have to sit in that shower chair. And I can't walk for long distances. I have to ride the scooters at the grocery store or the scooters at the store. I have a harder time going up and down steps, or steps or stairs or whatever. Even the 2 stairs that we have on our front porch are hard for me to go down. Where we moved to, our porch doesn't have rails, so I have to be really careful going down those stairs if Noah is not with me. I tend not to go outside if Noah isn't home. Just because I don't want to accidentally fall and hurt myself or Heaven. Let's see what else is it. But I have noticed since the weather is not as rainy and, like, I'm not going to say not as cold because it's still like winter time here in Tennessee. I don't think it's ever going to get warm. But since it's not as rainy, my muscles are not as spastic as they usually are. I mean, yeah, I still have some spasticity. Big word. Yeah, and I can't talk, like, for some reason. Oh, that's another thing. I can't say big words anymore. Like, I don't know what it is about big words. I can say anything else, but big words, I can't say that. But my muscles are obviously always going to have some spasticity to them because I have spastic cerebral palsy. So yeah, I need to find an orthopedic doctor here. So after I have Heaven and heal from my C-section, I can have my surgery. Because if I don't find a doctor here, then obviously I'll have to go back to Alabama and have it done. Which isn't a big deal. It's just I prefer to have it done here if I can, since I live here now and I need to find a doctor here anyway, because I want to have some physical therapy done after childbirth. But yeah, I mean, my cerebral palsy is still the same. I mean, I don't, but if you have any questions about my cerebral palsy, if you have any questions about me, about my pregnancy, about anything, you can always comment that down below. You don't really have to worry about offending me. I'm pretty much an open book. And I know these videos all over the place. They might not make sense. I'm tired. I really need sleep, but I just remembered that someone asked me to do this video, so I thought I would do it before I went to sleep. But basically, if you have any questions about goodness, that's another thing. I've had this really deep cough forever. And if you can't tell already, I'm very ADD, so that's why these videos are all over the place, because I'll start talking about one thing and then I'll go to the next thing, and then, so yeah. But I'm working on that, and I'm sorry guys, just bear with me. But if you have any questions about cerebral palsy, about me, about my pregnancy, about Noah, you can comment them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. You really can't offend me when it comes to asking questions about cerebral palsy, because I would rather someone ask a question than just be curious for the rest of their lives. So I'm pretty much an open book when it comes to talking about my disability and about how I live my day-to-day life. And now, as far as Noah goes and YouTube, I'm not sure I could get him to sit down and do a video with me, just because he works such a crazy schedule at work. And what was this? Oh, he works such a crazy schedule at work, and when he comes home, he plays his Xbox, then he goes to sleep. And yeah, so I'm not really sure I could get him to do a video, but if you have any questions pertaining to our lives, you can comment them down below and I'll do my best to answer them.